Hiya! We're back.
Yeah, we're back. My back is fucked up. It's awesome.
Really? I had no idea.
Oh yeah, I'm actually. You haven't seen me moving much, but I'm walking around like Matt Foley from.
You seem spry to me. I don't know. Look, light on your feet.
Had a few boozes.
Nice. That helps still the pain.
Yeah, but I've spent most of the day basically crawling.
Oh baby, we're in February. We made it. We made it through January.
He's back, baby. My boozy bud.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
You know what that is.
Yes.
Obviously, that's a Slushy XL Watermelon Cherry by 450 North Brewing Co. Clearly, that's the sound of that can.
I almost picture the idea of us doing this at midnight on the 31st.
I was trashed. Yeah, your sister and I went hard. We did it right, man. Your sister and I have noticed that we do most things right. We're pretty good at it. We drank very special Middleton, very rare whiskey at the stroke of midnight. It's that very fancy bottle of whiskey she bought when we were in Ireland. We save it for special occasions, and then in the morning we woke up and started with.
We should have popped open one of those.
Oh shit!
Special bottles I got.
True. In the morning we made some mimosas. Your sister makes them the right way, which is 99% champagne and a splash of orange juice on top.
I like to add some vodka to mine.
That sounds vile, dude. That's so gross.
It's not so bad. Because I don't like too many bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah. Then around, I would say around like noon, 1 o'clock, your sister like was like getting ready, and she was like blow drying her hair in the bathroom, and she was like, "Can you get a drink for me, like in the kitchen? I think I left my drink on the counter." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I just came back with a shot of whiskey for her.
Nice.
We were tanked by like fucking 3 o'clock. It was great.
Nice.
Then our friends Maddie and Ken came over. They drank with us, kept the train rolling. Then we went out. We saw 2 different bands in one night in Montclair.
I almost joined you.
Good time
at Tierney's.
You should have. We weren't at Tierney's for very long. I wish we stayed at Tierney's. It was kind of a cool scene, but there was this band playing called like the fucking flaming like hurricanes or some shit. I forget what they were called. They were pretty cool. They're a bunch of old dudes. Still ridiculously cool.
My friend's band's name that used to play there a lot. The Flemtones.
That's the grossest name. What kind of music were they? Like a trash punk fucking
No,
Flemtones?
Yeah. The Fabulous Flemtones, I think it is.
Wow.
They got like a little jazzy feel to them, but they're fun.
Did they have a guy in the band named like Fleming or something? Or
I don't know the whole band.
okay.
It's my friend's dad's band, so like.
Did they have some kind of like
a bunch of like
glandular problem?
70-year-old men.
Yeah, they produced a lot of phlegm.
Maybe they sing strictly in Hasidic. I don't know.
Were they formed in Flemington, Virginia? Where's Flemington? I forget. Do we have a Flemington in New Jersey?
Yeah,
we do.
I'm pretty sure Flemington's like just in South Jersey. But no, I think they formed in Montclair. They're just a band that plays in Montclair.
I can't believe I've been to Tierney's, I don't know, like 2 or 3 times before, and I didn't realize it was Tierney's. And then people would tell me like, "Oh yeah, like my band's playing at Tierney's, or we're going drinking at Tierney's," and I'd be like, "Oh, I've never been there." And like, I walked in and I was like, "Yeah, I've been in here like 3 times before."
Yeah, I've been to Tierney's probably 6-7 times.
As an alcoholic, I realize I've been to most bars.
Titty Boys.
I may not remember it. Yeah, I didn't know Scott lives like across the street from Tierney's.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I would have told him to come by. I mean, not that he would have come.
He was actually here.
Oh, really?
That's why I was like, I almost went, because I technically would have had a ride there.
Okay. All right. Were you...
but it was like 11:30.
Did you do the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Did Scooter come over for the Rumble?
Yeah, he only got here for the men's Rumble, but yeah, we watched the Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay. Did anybody win any money? Didn't you guys?
Kevin came. No, because Scott came too late to do the fucking random draw, so we didn't. And we just watched the Royal Rumble. It was very anticlimactic. I drank alone while all my friends hung out and watched the Royal Rumble sober, and
that's weird. How come Kevin wasn't drinking?
No, Kev was drinking. He had a couple.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say Kev never.
He
drinks
was
that.
responsible,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Man, Kevin's such a good drinking buddy.
he is. He's great.
He's great. He's
buddy.
down for whatever.
He's even more. He
never makes
sometimes
a
drives
scene,
the boat.
you know. And he always winds up disappearing and then going on some wild adventure.
Yeah,
That
he's-
happened a couple times.
He's a great. Did I talk about falling in clay and stuff or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talked
well, I
about
mean,
that
you
on
told
here?
me about it. I can't
Yeah,
remember if it was
I
on
can't
the show
remember
or
if it was
not.
on the show or not.
So many
But
conversations we have. I'm like,
my
"What's
voyage in
that?"
the clay was a wild night. That was my most recent wild night with Kev.
I'll always remember when we walked to the strip club on the side of fucking Route 7 or whatever. It was so funny.
I don't think I was there.
You weren't there? It was. I got so
Is
drunk.
that the night that Scott got left outside? Because I wasn't.
Yes,
there.
I
No,
think
I
that,
wasn't there.
that
then.
was. Yeah, I think that was the night.
Oh yeah. Because
I remember there was
wasn't.
3 of us. I just couldn't remember if it was you
Yeah,
or Scott.
It was Scott got stuck till 4 a.m. sitting outside.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't there.
I don't know why. Like Scott's like knee jerk reaction so many times. We could talk a lot of shit about Scott because he's not going to listen to this podcast either. He always gets drunk and then right at the peak of fun is like, all right, I'm leaving.
He does that. Yeah.
We're like, we're just getting
we're
started,
about,
baby.
Yeah, we're about to get rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that.
He does stick around for a game though. If you want Scott to hang out, you got to be playing a game.
Yeah, good game. Good game he's in for. But the danger of having him for a game is he will leave the second that game ends.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to keep him captivated in
And
the
it
game.
doesn't, and fucking Uber fucks everything up because no matter how drunk he is, he'll just take an Uber home. If
Oh
he's
yeah,
too
yeah.
drunk to
He'll
drive.
leave
Like,
his car here and just
yeah.
Uber up.
It's like, dude, it's 4:00 in the morning. You've drank 2 bottles of like liquor. Like, just fucking crash on the couch. And he's
Yep.
like, I'm getting an Uber.
He's like, getting an Uber. I'll be back in the morning to hang out all day tomorrow.
I'm
Like,
gonna spend $90
right.
on this Uber to go fucking 5 miles.
but yeah, it's better than the guy who like is like, no, I'm good, and like you have to carry him around.
Yeah, I've met plenty of those.
Yeah, my dad's one of them.
I once had to pick my friend Dylan up out of. This is so long ago, so I don't want to put Dylan on too much blast, but. And Dylan's a big dude. He's like, I don't know, 6'2", you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he's a
big guy.
Yeah.
And I had to pick him up out of me, and my friend Pat had to like pick him up out of like a fucking pile of wood chips at my birthday party, and he was just covered in them. He looked like a swamp monster, like he was just all covered in wood chips, and he was all like wet and shit. And they all stuck to him.
I mean, I've been that guy. I get it.
And then he wound up crashing on my dad's couch, which was funny because then my dad like came downstairs in the morning to make breakfast at like 6:00 and was like, "Who's this giant dude sitting on my like sleeping on my couch?" And then he had coffee with my dad.
Have I ever told you the story of the time Jerry told me he has a cousin down the shore that we'd stay at the shore house?
Maybe I know. I remember.
All right,
I
I'm
remember
telling it.
Tales of a Lake House.
I'm
but-
telling that. No, that's Dwyer. No, Jerry, my best friend, the one who comes up all the time.
Yeah.
We were down in
Jerry
guess
should just be
Seaside.
third mic on this show.
He's starting to
Warm up to the idea.
hint at it
Nice.
by
Nice.
texting me all the time
It only
about the
took
show.
it only took 50 episodes in a year. I'm sorry,
He's-
48
He's
episodes.
texting me about the show, and I'll be like, "Yeah, you should do this and blah blah blah."
Half the
He's-
fucking show is about you, Jerry. You
he's
come up
starting
every
to-
episode.
But actually, this was the same day that we met the people from Jersey Shore, and my friend Zim fucked it up.
God damn you, Zim.
So we were like 19, and we were down in Seaside. I don't remember why. We were just fucking hanging out.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Went and got some
You
lunch.
play a couple video games, you eat a funnel cake,
Yeah.
you get a hand job under the fucking boardwalk, and you go home.
Well, that was the game plan.
That's New
not what
Jersey,
happened.
baby.
Wasn't what happened. It was we went down. We went to Steaks Unlimited. Just sat and ate our thing while we're sitting and eating.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Put a pin in that. I want to know about Steaks Unlimited. Continue.
Snooki and the other short one on the show. I don't.
I only
This
seriously.
is like, she
I know
apparently was from
Snooki. I know the
seasons-
situation.
It wasn't that Jenny, and it wasn't whatever. I don't remember her name, but
Mhm.
it was the other short one, the one that they fucking because my friends were
Oh,
you know
Vinny.
No, there's a girl.
Oh, there
I
was
don't know.
another short girl?
I
Get out of here. There was one with
Literally?
the giant fake boobs. There was Snooki. And then there was who's the one that was like dating
Sammy Sweetheart.
Yes, there you
That's a
go. She was
person.
dating she was dating the
Yeah,
Ronnie. She was
Ronnie.
dating Ronnie. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't know who it was. It was definitely Snooki and whatever. I didn't realize what was happening, but they just came and sat at our table. there was 50 fucking cameras and 2,000 people. They just came and sat at our table and start going like, "Hey, what are you guys up to?" And I was like,
Nothing.
"Eating a sandwich. What are you doing?" I didn't know who she was at first.
Yeah.
But my friends completely stopped talking. Their jaws fell to the floor, and I was just like, "Eating. What's up? How you doing, Joe?"
How did you not? You live in New Jersey and you didn't know who the people were from the Jersey Shore. There was like the most popular show on television for like 2 years.
I know, sort of. If you showed me a picture with the fucking logo,
Yeah.
Just they walk up to you.
Yeah,
what
that's
the fuck?
true. That's true.
In the middle of the daytime, I didn't expect to see. I know it was in Seaside, but fucking what the? I don't expect them to come talk to me. So they start talking to us and whatever. And
Everyone I knew was obsessed with the show. I'd always go over their house and they'd be playing it because fucking MTV would just play it on rerun all day long. Yeah.
But I'm not an MTV guy. I don't know. I was fucking
Rest in peace, MTV. You're
I was
fucking dead.
chugging fucking Miller Lite somewhere. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to TV, but they were like, "Oh, what are you guys doing the rest of the day?" I was like, "Nothing. We got no plans. What are you guys doing?"
Probably
They were like,
drinking.
"Oh, we're probably gonna we're gonna go hit the club and blah blah blah." How old are you guys? I was like 22. Jerry follows suit. 21. Just turned 21.
Oh,
happy
and then
birthday.
Zim said
Zim
that
goes,
we're 19.
What the
we're
fuck
20,
are you talking
whatever."
about? He's 19, and I'm 18. I almost flipped the goddamn table I'm sitting at.
They
And he's
immediately
like,
just
"Why
got
you-
up and walked away.
Why are you lying, bro?" And I was like, "Dude, what do you mean? Why are we?
Yeah,
you
a
want to
bunch
go fucking get a bunch of free drinks for the rest of the day and have be on fucking TV, asshole?" He's like, "What if they check our ID?" I was like, "Then what? Then okay." So they check our ID. Who cares?
Dude, if you
I was like, "Let it
if
get
you
to
were
there."
involved in like a lawsuit with MTV because they just got a bunch of minors drunk, holy shit!
I was like, "Yeah, let's find out
You
if they're
bought your-
checking IDs."
You bought your house with MTV lawsuit money. Like,
Man, I would have been, and I was sitting there. Now I know what the hell's going on, and I was like, "Zim, either way, if we're fucking lying, you just lie with
yeah,
us,
come
you
on.
motherfucker." I was like, first of all, if we walk in with the people from Jersey Shore to the club, they're not checking our ID. There's
Yeah.
no shot.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Anyway, we're down
That
there.
is, I didn't. Oh man, I think you did tell me that story,
Well,
and holy shit,
This story gets better.
Zim, I never met you. I don't think, but
No, you won't meet him either because
fuck.
he's a fucking hoodlum.
what's this guy's full name?
Jesem Brunkaj.
Oh man, his name's Chisholm.
Yeah. Probably
You
shouldn't have-
also told me that.
probably
but-
shouldn't have done the whole thing, but it's fine. Fuck it.
Brunkaj.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Uh,
luck spelling that. Trying to stalk him out. On
We
the
we
internet.
were good friends growing up. We've kind of just grown apart, but it's all right. Whatever. But then we're down and we're hanging out for a while, and I was like, "Ah, fuck! I don't want to drive all the way home. Kind of like to hang out tomorrow here, whatever." Jerry goes, "I got a cousin's house we could stay at." I was like, "Oh, all right, cool. Where?" He's like, "I think it was Brick.
Okay.
Only 20 minutes away."
Mm-hmm.
I go, "Okay, you gonna call him or something?" He goes, "No, we'll just go. It'll be all right." All right. We drive there. It's 9:00 at night. We drive there. He tells us the relative area of the house because he doesn't remember which one it is.
I already know what's gonna happen. I already know. I don't want to spoil the ending, but I feel like I already know.
we spend about 3 hours out on the front lawn of this house.
It's not the house.
It's now 1 or 2 in the morning. We're just sitting outside this house, like stalking it.
Like on the porch or on the lawn? Like are there benches? What?
Well, he was like on the porch. I was like, I'm gonna sit in my car. I'm not. I'm gonna try and sleep. Is what I'm gonna do. And then
Oh man, I love it.
like 3 in the morning, a car pulls in the driveway next door, and Jerry's like, "Oh shit, that's the house. That's my cousin." I was like, Your cousin's getting home at 3 a.m.? He was like, yeah, probably. All right.
Guy parties, man. And nobody had a cell phone to call this cousin? Like, nobody had...
He didn't know his cousin's phone number. He didn't know his house. We walked up to his cousin.
He didn't know shit about this cousin.
We walk up to his cousin at 3 a.m, and he's like, who? Oh, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm going to go to sleep. I gotta work in the morning.
He was like, can my friends sleep here? He's like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, sleep on the couch, whatever. Jerry didn't tell me that the rest of this guy's family also lives in that house. You know, his mom, it's like he was a 20-year-old cousin as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, about 7 a.m. comes along, and I get poked by
a stranger,
mysterious woman who's like, excuse me?
And who the fuck are you?
What are you doing on my couch? And I was like, I am Jerry's friend. And she's like, I don't know who the fuck Jerry is. And I go, all right.
I'm Jerry's cousin's friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Then somebody told us we could come sleep in here around 3 a.m. And she was like, oh, and gets all pissed off at her brother, I guess. But meanwhile, she just forgot Jerry's name too. Everyone also calls him Gerald.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I always fuck that up and just call him Jerry. And
gotcha.
So
I'm gonna call him Gerald now. Fuck it. I feel like I know him.
Everyone from Verona calls him that. So.
Enough now.
And that's where he's from.
We have to stop these lights from flashing. They're causing the camera to like dim and brighten over and over again. They're like totally fucking up the. Yeah.
I got you.
Nice.
But yeah, that one, whatever. We figured it out once they woke me up. But it was.
I'm trying to. The only
time,
like all throughout college, I commuted to college. I went to Kane University, which was mostly a commuter school. But I had a handful of friends, Pat and Mike, that lived there. A couple other people, my friend Alicia, my friend Trey, lived there. So like occasionally I would go party with them and hang out. And actually, I befriended Pat and Mike after they stopped living in the dorm and they had like a house on campus, but that's beside the point. Then one time in the summer, I went down the shore. They were from Point Pleasant, and we got really fucked up, and I wound up crashing in Pat's room. And it was so funny. Like, I woke up and I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, I had no idea where I was. And then I was like, all right, there's
I do that
video
sometimes.
games, guitars, must be Pat or Mike's room. And then like I go out into the apartment and like Pat and Mike are like in the kitchen and like their mom is just like, come CJ, come sit down. And she just like made me pancakes. It was like awesome. I was like,
Nice.
Normally like you're expecting the mom to be like, get the fuck out of my house, you drunk kid. You know what I mean? But she just like made us pancakes and sent us on our way. It was great. Rita, shout out. Love you.
That is awesome.
You're the best.
I've had a few experiences like that. I've had a few the other way where it was like, you know, what? Who are you? And why are you here? I've also had some where I woke up and the people are like, I don't know how you got here. I don't know who you are. I was like, I don't know who I am or how I got here. That happened a few times where I was like, they were like, yeah, I think you're just in the wrong apartment. I was like, cool. Try.
How'd you get in?
I don't know, they left their door unlocked, I guess. I don't know. I just walked in. I don't know. I don't remember, but I'd wake up and they were like, I no idea who you are, man. Like, yeah, all right.
Joe, I just got an idea. I think we should reveal to the lurkers what you just revealed to me before the show started. That that the last episode was not the 50th.
Oh, that is not, that I don't think it's the 50th episode. I just can't count.
I went back. I scrolled through all the YouTube videos, like counting the number on the episode. There was one. There's two episode. What?
41, I think.
41s.
Yeah.
And then there's no episode 48, and there's no episode 38.
Yeah.
So that means like this is really episode like 48 right now.
It's fine. We had our 50. That's good.
So. Lurkers, 2 weeks from now, we're going to have the grandest 50th episode. Maybe I'll actually get electrocuted on that episode. I just thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, I shouldn't be in control of our social media, probably.
It's kind of funny that for a drinking heavy show, we have real stoner fucking energy.
Yeah.
We can't get the fucking numbers of the episode.
I did find a new drink type, which I'm terrified to try.
Is it a smoothie sour beer?
No.
This is a new drink type to me.
It's a Kratom seltzer.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I found
Kratom scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't either. So I don't know. I might never try it, but it's in my fridge.
Oh, wow. Oh, you bought it.
I have 3 of them.
Jesus. Is it one of those ones where it's like we rearranged the molecule of THC and now it's this weird monstrosity called Kratom?
I don't know what it is. I tried to look it up and it was like, you don't want to know. They were like, it's mostly opiates. I was like, what do you mean it's mostly opiates? Like, well, it's good for people who were addicted to opiates because it's a very similar feeling. I'm like, But that doesn't tell me what it is. It's just like, yeah, you might like it, maybe not. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to try this.
Are you addicted to opiates? No? Good for you. Wanna be?
I got a gateway drug to opiates here. You want some?
People are telling me...
I bought it at a gas station, too, which should be a...
Yeah, that's a red flag right there. Were they selling it over the counter, or did you have to talk to the guy in the back?
Oh, no, it's just in the fridge there at the gas station. It says you got to be 21 plus to buy it, but he did not seem to care about that.
You look about 21.
Well, yeah, but he didn't. He just scanned it. He didn't fucking look at what I was buying at all. It was just
Yeah. Gas stations are good for that.
Him and Gatorade.
I knew this girl one time that was addicted to mango. What the hell was the name of that? Like,
K2?
No. The vapes that like you throw away that are real popular. What the fuck is it? Juuls. She was addicted to the mango Juul, but then they outlawed it. You were only allowed to have like I think it was like mint and regular.
Yeah, they got rid
or whatever.
of
they got rid of all the flavors. But then like she would go and like. Oh, Jesus. She would go to, like, this gas station. I'll tell you the exact gas station. It was, like, the gas station right at the foot of the bridge leading into Weehawken. It's, like, still in Hoboken.
Okay.
And it's run by, like, Russian dudes. And she would go there, and the guy would sell her, like, boxes of mango. of the mango vapes. And it was so funny. Like, I had to drive her there one time. She was like, I'll just run in really quick. He's got a box waiting for me. He texted me.
Nuts.
It's so fucking funny. And then she stopped going after a while because she realized that like the cartridges that they were selling to her were like bootleg, like they weren't real. They weren't really Juuls.
Oh boy. She was like popcorn lung.
Yeah, probably something like that. Oh man,
Oh,
it was
boy.
pretty funny. I just thought I can't imagine being that addicted to just like one flavor of something. It's like, man, cherry Coke, I can only get it in Pennsylvania. I got to drive over the border. It's like, it's wild.
I mean,
I was like, I probably just would have switched to mint. I don't know.
maybe I've probably had stuff like that before. It's like I'm gonna get as much of this as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Well, when they discontinued the DrinkWorks things, I was on the hunt for them.
Which one?
The
The
pods?
DrinkWorks, those pods. Yeah. I think I had a cocktail one time that like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. If I could get my hand on that Texas tea, fucking DrinkWorks thing, I don't care how expired it is.
Texas
I'm getting
tea?
it. Yeah.
What did it have in it?
It was-
Whiskey,
It was a Deep Eddies.
lemonade,
It was a Deep Eddies iced tea.
Deep
Lemonade.
Eddies. That sounds filthy. What's
It's
Deep Eddies?
vodka.
Oh,
Deep Eddies is
okay.
a vodka brand, but
Never heard.
it was made with Deep Eddies vodka, and it was just a delight. That and then the hibiscus margarita for that machine. Oh man,
Hibiscus is such a mysterious
it's
flavor.
so nice. It's like kratom.
Hibiscus doesn't taste like anything. It really doesn't. Like you eat a hibiscus flower, it
It's
tastes
so
like that.
nice.
I think we've covered this. We've covered
Yeah,
this
we've
on the
talked
show.
about it, I
We
think, but-
totally have.
But it's okay.
The flavor hibiscus like annoys me. I'm just like, they're
I
pretty
love
to
the
look
extract.
at. I love things that are hibiscus
I love
flavored.
the extract.
But if you ever eat a hibiscus flower, it tastes like nothing.
I love
All
it.
right. I say we pull from the bowl, the boner bowl.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. We still have fucking 35 minutes left or something.
Yeah, but
Oh, you have your pad.
Yeah. because I do have things I'd like your take on.
Okay. Hit me.
Some white guy was traded to a mostly black basketball team.
Luka Doncic. I
Yes.
can never say his name right. Luka
So-
Doncic.
And people are saying that the black guy is not as good as the white guy in this situation. I think that might be the first time in NBA history that's happened.
Dude, fucking Anthony Davis is awesome. He's a fucking
I know, but
perennial
people
all-star.
but people say it's the
defensive
Luka
fucking-
trade.
Yeah.
People aren't saying it's the AD trade. People are saying it's the Luka trade.
Well, you know what it is? Luka's more fun to watch. Luka's got like crazy
know he's,
like
like, 6
ball
years younger,
handling
too.
and like he's like a younger guy. He's funny. He's kind of like a prankster.
But is this the first
goofball.
time in NBA history that somebody's excited about getting a white guy on a trade?
That's a really good question. And I'm going to say absolutely. Yes.
Like, Dirk never got traded.
That's true. Yeah, Dirk was solid on the Mavs. Yeah,
I guess
I'm trying to-
Kristaps Porzingis
mean-
people were excited about, but not like this.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think. Fucking Peja Stojankovic. I think he stayed on the Kings his whole career.
Yeah, and there's been free agent signings of white guys, but never like a mid-season trade. that
And
you
then
were
there's been quasi white dudes that I'm not sure about, like Jason
Blake
Kidd.
Griffin?
I'm not really sure what his ethnicity is.
I think he I think
I don't think.
he's one of the guys Chappelle drafted in the black draft.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, but that whole trade was bananas. Did you see? There's this viral video of like a bunch of people in Dallas at like a house party, and then like somebody says like they traded Luka, and then everybody goes, "No!" Like
I haven't seen that.
everybody's so upset.
I
It's so
have
funny.
seen a lot of very funny clips of people that are upset about the Luka trade.
It was very unexpected.
One of
really
my favorites
unexpected.
being this guy's girlfriend who can't get the name right, or is purposely getting it wrong every time, and he loses his goddamn mind every time. And she's like, Luka, and he's like, it's fucking Luka Doncic, and she's like, Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
It's yeah.
It is
But,
confusing. Where's he's from? Slovenia or some shit? I forget where he's from.
I am unsure. I think he's from Dallas.
Oh man,
to
I
the
did like what
Los
he said in
Angeles
his goodbye like post that he made like to the fan. He was just like, I had no idea this was coming. I always dreamed of bringing the city of Dallas a championship, and I guess now that'll never happen. But you
maybe
were the
he'll do a
best. You were the
LeBron.
best fans ever, and I still consider you home away from home. Thank you. Bye. Like
Maybe he'll do a LeBron. Go
and
back
just
in
keep
10
bouncing back and forth. Yeah,
years. Go back in 10 years, win him a championship after Mark Cuban's
a
gone.
championship.
Yeah,
I gotta say, the
championship.
Lakers are gonna be a fun team to watch, man, because Luka's fun to watch. But yeah, I don't know. The Mavs were like, this is
I hear
part
they
of
need
our
some
winning a
defense now, though.
championship plan. Because yeah, they went heavy on defensive players or whatever, and they think they're gonna win a championship that way. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I hear the Lakers are not going to play defense anymore. They've stopped. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, well, that's the whole league, dude. That's like yeah, that's the majority of the league.
All right.
Oh, we got the Soupy Bowl coming up next week.
Yes.
What are your predictions for that?
I think it's going to be a pretty boring game.
What
'cause-
makes you say that?
Well, the Eagles are going to struggle to move the ball, but going to be grinding away with Saquon. He'll bust one or two. But I just don't. I think they can protect the pass enough against Jalen Hurts that they won't get they're not going to put up 50 on him. I think the same thing with the Chiefs. The Chiefs only play close games. I think they're just going to
So annoying.
kind of chip away.
So
It's going to be a
annoying.
very chippy
I think
game.
that's the real. I mean, reason number one, nobody wanted to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowls because they're fucking sick of it. It's just like, oh god, again. Like they didn't play a single entertaining game the entire season. Like every game was like a grind fest. And like they would always just squeak it out at the end. You know what I mean? And it was like, again, they fucking. And now they're in it. They're like, it's so weird. Like, and yeah.
Well, the
reason number
Eagles'
two.
defense is great. It's just I think it's going to come down to turnovers.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well,
Super Bowls
in the
usually
Super Bowl,
suck.
in the Super Bowl, you hope for a tight game because when it's a blowout,
Yeah. No,
it's-
nobody wants a blowout, but just once, can we please get a high scoring? Like each team puts up 50-something points.
That's what I was hoping for Lions to make it.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, the real
'Cause
reason
even-
why
even-
the Lions totally would have went if they didn't lose fucking
Yeah, I know,
9
their
of
whole
their
team, I know.
fucking defensive players. Like
I
their
know, but,
entire line
if
was
we got
decimated.
Lions Bengals for the Super Bowl, it would have been just fireworks the whole time.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Would have been fun.
Well.
But yes, back to my idea list here.
Oh yes, hit me with another one.
What are your thoughts on Groundhog's Day?
Oh man, I love stupid traditions. I really do. I would love to go to Punxsutawney one day and just get ripped and act like I'm the
Kill a
biggest
groundhog?
fan of fucking Punxsutawney Phil. And I heard it's like a really weird thing, and like people go nuts for it, and the city like sells out. All the hotels get booked up, and for literally maybe the stupidest tradition ever conceived. You know what I mean?
It is quite dumb.
And if you read the statistics on how accurate Punxsutawney Phil is he's not accurate at all. He's accurate like 47% of the time. It's like literally a coin flip.
I mean, yeah. Did you think this groundhog actually had information for us?
Hey, did you hear about the octopus that like picked like the final four in the NCAA like 18 years in a row or something? Yeah. It's like nuts. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no fucking sense.
Well,
I just think people were. I think whoever was doing the octopus was lying to us.
Just a random draw.
I gotta get that. I forget what the exact story is, but I know there's some wild story about an octopus picking.
Yeah, I think it picked like the whole March Madness tournament the 1 year.
It's just so crazy.
Just by hitting random shit.
That's so embarrassing that like people go on FanDuel and make bets about the NCAA tournament. Nobody can get it, but some octopus got it like on the first shot.
Yeah, and I think that's like a thing. Like if you get a perfect bracket, it's like $1 million or something.
It's more. I don't think it's ever been done, right? Or
was an octopus did it?
Yeah, except by the octopus. I think it's like I think maybe there was like one.
Yeah, it's like a 1 in a billion shot or something.
Yeah,
it's like the same as hitting the lottery somehow.
It's crazy.
Well, it is insane. 'Cause it's like, man, then who the fuck's making these rankings? Because if the number 1 team's gonna lose to number 56. It doesn't really make sense.
It's true. Well, I mean, you gotta base the rankings on something. You know,
I got you, but if you put together the fucking dream team and they lose somebody else, it's like they just didn't try. Like,
I guess, but why wouldn't they try though?
They didn't think they had to against this band of morons.
I'm taking.
It's like when we're in a close game with France in the Olympics. You think we can't beat Victor Wembanyama?
Well, what are we talking about in basketball? What are we talking about? All right.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball, we should not lose to France.
And it's
if you're talking soccer or something.
Well, yeah, but that's soccer.
Yeah. But I was going to say, like, there are some pretty. Now, the way that the, like, Olympic basketball shakes out is, like, other countries get some pretty nasty players from the NBA. So it's like, it is possible.
But we literally have a pile of the nastiest.
True. But some of them are like, you're like, oh, like he's so awesome, and then it's like, oh, the Olympics coming around, and they're like, no, I'm going to play for Spain. You know, what I mean? It's like, fuck, you know, or like Wembanyama, you know, he's like, I'm gonna go play for France. Like,
I know, but okay, so you got 174 guy we got to beat.
Yeah,
everyone else is a 5'8" Frenchman.
Yeah, there's I don't know. There's always dudes like you didn't expect. You're like, oh, that dude's French. Like I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, who knew Pau Gasol was French?
Well, Pau Gasol, yeah. Pau Gasol, when did he retire? He retired a while ago.
I think like 2018,
something like that. Yeah. So I'm taking Birds all the way. I'm saying.
I mean, I don't want the Eagles to win. I'd be happy for Saquon winning the MVP, but I don't want the Eagles to win, obviously, because I'm a Giants fan. But
I'm taking. I'm gonna say.
I don't know why the Chiefs are the favorites. Is what I should say.
Because they just do it every fucking time, man. It's like
I got you, but
they're just so situational. You know, they're so good and like they know exactly what to do in every situation. They don't. I don't know.
I know, but sometimes the situation is this team is just stronger than me and runs me. Like
hopefully, I hope the fucking Eagles are smart and they
feel
just pound the ball with Saquon like crazy.
Sadly, I feel a lot like when the Chiefs played the Bucs a couple years ago, where I was like, I just don't know if they can stop it. It's the opposite, because I don't know if that offensive line is just gonna they're just going to run the opposite side from Chris Jones all day and just get away. Just
So wait,
it.
so you're saying that you think the Eagles are going to win? Is that what you're saying?
I think so, yeah.
Nice. That's what I want to hear.
I'm unexcited about it, but I think that's.
I know. I know you're a Giants fan. It's very sad.
My honest.
You don't want Saqueezy to get his. You don't want him to get a. You don't want.
I think he already got it. He's gonna have the most rushing yards anyone's ever had in a season. He might be the first ever 3,000-yard rusher.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, it seems like that's what's gonna happen. Well, not 3,000-yard rusher.
Yeah, not in a season.
3,000 yards from scrimmage. He's like 85 yards away.
Yeah, but I
He'd be
mean
the
that's
first ever.
not in the season though.
The season, yeah.
It's the extended.
Well, yeah, but
the
in
playoffs
the
and
entire season.
Yeah.
But it's still like 800 yards more than anyone's ever had.
That is. That's bonkers.
Yeah, so that's, he easily would have broke the season record if he wanted to too, but
But he's a gentleman. Well, why do you think that is? Why didn't he?
Well, he did it to be a team player, but also.
That's pretty cool. That's almost better, man. That's almost better than breaking the record.
That, and it's not better for him. Like for his Hall of Fame,
There's always next season, baby.
For running backs, nobody gives a shit. But also, it's a 17-game season now, with one extra game. Who knows what those guys would have done with their historic season?
That's true. It's true. That's why there should be a little asterisk next to it.
Yeah. Well, and they bring that shit up, but that brings me right into O.J. Simpson, the first ever 2,000-yard rusher in the NFL, and I just watched.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was the first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was, in his time, obviously had the most rushing yards in a season ever, till Eric Dickerson came around and soiled that.
God damn, Eric Dickerson stealing away from my favorite player, O.J. Simpson.
I just watched the documentary on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Are you not convinced that he killed his wife and lover?
So it's funny because
and her lover, I should say.
It's insane the amount of evidence.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's
is so ridiculous.
But I guess you have to prove somebody's guilt beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Well, and like literally by the end, I was like, I have a shadow of doubt, because I'll tell you what, this evidence, it's insurmountable. It seems, except for the timeline doesn't match up.
Yeah, I gotta watch the doc. I remember while it was happening, my grandmother was like obsessed.
I was gonna ask you if you like remember, because
I do. I mean, I was really young, but I'd come home and like I obviously knew it was happening. Like my mother and father explained to me like who he was and all that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the chase live on TV. Like my mom was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" Like they were watching in the living room, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, he's this famous." Football player, you know him from the Naked Gun movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I know that guy. I don't know how old I was. I was probably fucking 8 or 9.
Well,
it
was 93.
93, so I was 8.
Yeah,
I was 8 years old, and but the trial went on for I think like 2 years or something, like
8.5 months.
8.5 months. Okay, wow, all right. It just seemed like that, I guess, because I was young.
Well,
it went
for
on
a trial to be on TV every day. You go.
So, I mean, and I think there was time between when the murders happened and when the trial actually began. You know what I mean?
Well,
so probably all in all, it was like a year. And, and like, I remember that. And like, that's how I learned who O.J. Simpson was from that Bronco chase.
Yeah. So like, obviously me growing up, I didn't know. This had all happened by the time I was.
You admitting that you didn't know who a Hall of Fame football player is just weird to me. I mean, I understand that like you weren't born yet.
Well, I was 2.
Okay, 2 years old. Yeah.
But
I just thought you were born with all this football knowledge.
Oh yes.
How tall's OJ? How much did he weigh?
OJ was 6'2".
I always love that. Like, like everybody's weight and height.
6'2", 210 or 215, I'd say.
Wow, he was slim.
Back then that's a big back.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of running backs are 5'10".
I was gonna say anything over 6 feet seems like a big running back to me.
A lot of running backs are like 5'10" and like around the 190, 200 pound mark, especially back then. But yeah, OJ was a great running back.
Yeah, I know. He was incredible. That's why he was so famous, man. And he was, he had a sense of humor too. He was like charming. He was in all those movies and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
he was.
Like it was just
That's the
fucking
thing with
crazy.
him.
Nobody even believed it could be possible.
It was a
though,
perfect storm of everything, where it was like, dude, this guy is loved by literally everyone. And then did this, but like,
yeah, they had like a statue of him, right? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Like,
I mean, I believe it's his statue that he put up of himself.
oh, is that true? I thought
yeah.
it was like at the Bill Stadium or whatever. I thought.
Oh no, I think they might have had
took it down.
They might have had one there, but he like that was one of the things he like stole back was his like a statue of himself. Actually, I think Flava Flav ended up with that statue at some point.
That's such a
like
funny
owning that statue.
Oh man, that is like the funniest fucking sports memorabilia to own.
Yeah, is the OJ?
Because you really have to make space in your house for it. You know what I mean?
Well, that and it's like, what's this? It's like it's the
what
OJ
are
statue.
you doing
like,
with this?
like, did you spend $1 million on that? Like, yeah, I did. I did.
I would immediately be so afraid of Flava Flav. I'm like, wow, this dude just loves murder. But my friend Dylan is like such a like contrarian. Like whenever anybody brings up OJ, it's like it's a shame what they did to that guy.
Well,
he's like a staunch supporter of OJ. That he really thinks that like
again
his son did it. Or
when you
something,
watch the
or,
case,
yeah.
well, that's some private investigator said years later that okay, like they found that evidence. Again, to me, I'm like, it is kind of weird they didn't have another suspect. Like, I immediately suspect that Kato Kalin guy. Immediately. Yeah. I watched the doc, I think it might have been that guy.
I think what threw them off the scent of other suspects was the fact that like his blood was all over the place.
His blood was everywhere, but his blood was also everywhere in Chicago and on the airplane, and the guy who lived with him could have just sprinkled his blood everywhere.
I guess. I don't know. It was crazy. Like her blood was in his car and
and then
gloves.
So
and,
I don't want to spoil anything in the doc, but like some of the blood samples they found, they found had anticoagulants in them, and they weren't there at the time of the crime. They were later there.
Oh wow!
They have pictures of the evidence before, and then after, and they go, well, so the drop isn't there when you collected the evidence, and they go, oh. It does seem like that might be true. Like, what do you mean? And then those samples have anticoagulants in them.
Why would they try to frame this guy so badly?
Well, you should watch the doc, I guess.
Yeah,
but like,
I gotta watch it. We don't have to rehash the whole doc.
It's 4 hours long. We're never gonna. But
you know what? Let's start now.
It really is like, damn, I don't know.
An interesting story.
Because he seems so guilty. The whole like running away, saying like I'm gonna get, I'm gonna
writing
shoot myself.
A book if I did it.
Yeah, like it was like he knew he got framed. If he got framed, it's like he was in on it.
It's like he was gonna do it anyway, and then they framed him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, I was literally on my way to kill her.
The juice is loose.
And then she turned up dead.
It's like I drove there. I was bleeding all over the place. I get. And if you're wearing gloves and your hand is bleeding, how does your blood get at the crime scene?
Well, I mean, they're leather. Leather isn't exactly, like blood will bleed through a leather glove,
Yeah, if you hang out for an hour. If you wait all day.
Oh, man. I love it. It's pretty funny how we went from the very topical topic of the current Super Bowl to the fucking 30-year-old subject.
To a 30-year-old. But it's something that's always.
True. It's
the OJ trial is never going to die. This Super Bowl, nobody's going to care about in like 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's true. People will still be talking about the OJ trial.
Yes.
Hit me with another one, Joe, on your magic notepad.
Yeah. Speaking of having a true love, you got any Valentine's Day ideas? Little tricks of the trade?
Oh man, I'm so bad at Valentine's Day. I'm so bad.
I already got my Valentine's Day gift.
I mean,
awesome.
I got a gift.
I don't know what to do.
I got a gift.
No, like it was given to me.
Oh, the stamps.
Yeah.
Yes. The stamps. It's pretty funny that like the last couple gifts you've received from your girlfriend involve a picture of me.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are so cool.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with these?
I'm gonna prove stuff.
There's a picture of me and Joe dressed as the Eastbound and Down characters.
Kenny
Ashley
Powers
Schaefer.
and Ashley Schaefer. Yeah,
And then it just says approved, and that one says
you're fucking out. We're fucking in. Yeah, baby.
I'm trying to think of like what you're gonna stamp. You just gotta stamp walls like graffiti. I think you just gotta.
I
think the boathouse has got to get one.
I'm gonna find ideas that I like and just.
Nice. I like that. Just ideas on pieces of paper that are just floating around.
Yeah. Just go near stuff.
That's awesome. I know that you'll make it's very clear that Sam knows you. Like Sam understands your sense of humor, that she would buy you something like that.
I'm gonna enjoy those. The problem is, well, not my problem. It's really her problem. She fucked this up. Is now I have an absolute reason to need to have a fanny pack on all the time. Is so I can have my stamps.
I have a pretty good Valentine's Day story. This is really, really old. So this is one of the reasons why I fucking hate Valentine's Day so bad. And I can't believe I agreed to this with your sister. Your sister and I are going out to eat dinner. Valentine's is on Friday this year. We're going out to eat dinner in the city, which
That's dumb. Bad idea.
Yes, very, very bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about breaking it to your sister that we shouldn't do this because going into the city on Valentine's Day is a abject nightmare.
It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. So the story goes like this.
Unless you go
at
to
the time,
a 1-star restaurant on purpose.
Yeah. So at the time, I was dating this girl that worked in New York City, right? She worked at Lincoln Center, I remember. And my plan was, she was obsessed with macaroni and cheese. So my plan was, I found this restaurant. It was like a dumpy, shitty, not shitty, but just like a small little restaurant that all they sold was mac and cheese, right? So they had like fucking 50 different kinds of mac and cheese you could order on the menu. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to meet up with her after work, after she gets out of work, and I'm just going to take her to this mac and cheese spot. And I think I had some dumb gift for her, like a fucking teddy bear or something like that, and like a card, right? So I told her, I was like, when you get out of work, don't just go directly home. I'm going to come meet you, blah, blah, blah. So I take the train in. At the time, I'm living in Island, so I had to leave at a Metro Park. I get into Penn Station, and I have to transfer trains to get on the subway to get over by her. And I walked out of the platform to the train I'm supposed to get on, and it's so packed, I literally can't even fit on the platform. So I have to stand on the stairs waiting for the train to come. The train fills up and then leaves. I can't even get close to the train. So I'm like, fuck, the next train doesn't come for another 20 minutes, right? So now I have to wait for the next train to show up. So I'm standing there. I'm trying to text her, but I don't have service in Penn Station, so I can't even get to her. Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck, like, what do I do? Do I run? So, like, I try to, like, run upstairs in Penn Station through, like, the insane crowd just so I could, like, send her this text, like, I'm going to be late, missed the train, too full, got to go back down now to get on the next train. I'll see you. I'm going to be 20 minutes late. Bye. And, like, I run back downstairs to the platform. The train pulls up again and opens up, and again, no room on the train. I can't even physically fit into the train, and nobody gets out, and so nobody can get in. So then the doors close and the train leaves, and now I have to wait another 20 minutes for the next train.
Wow.
I was so fucking mad. And then I'm like, what do I do? Like, the next train comes, I force myself in, right? I'm standing chest to chest with just like strangers on the train. Like, you can't even breathe. And the train goes, and I'm like, all right, at least I got on the train. I'm only on here for 10 minutes or whatever. Not a big deal. So while I'm standing, we just got a thumbs up. The weird software likes my story. And I'm standing there like chest to chest with like this like kid, like this like 17, 18-year-old kid and his friend, right?
Yeah.
Like these like punk kids. And like I'm holding a teddy bear. Like, it's very clear I'm just on my fucking way
to a
Valentine's
date.
Valentine's Day date. And one of the kids says to me, like, yo, you stepped on my shoe, motherfucker. Like, and he starts getting all like tough with me, and I'm like, yeah, like, look around you, dude. Like, the train's crowded. Like, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, yeah, real sorry, man. And then he's like, what do you plan on doing, like, about that or whatever? And then I said the number one greatest insult that you can say to a New Yorker, right, if they give you a hard time about something like that, is you go, first time in New York? They'll get, so mad at you. Yeah, man. Yeah, this stuff happens a lot, dude. You're gonna have to get used to this if you're gonna live in this city. You know what I mean? They're like, motherfucker, I grew up in Coney Island. You know, I know New York City. I lived here my whole. And they start giving me their whole history. I'm like, it was pretty clear they grew
Too
up in
much
New York. They
information.
had the accent. They had the Yankee hat on. They were like very New York. But so then anyway, it was funny. The other people on the train are like, yo, kid, shut the fuck up. And the other people on the train start giving them a hard time. It was so good. And the
That is
guy,
great.
and then so then the kid like starts screaming at the other guy, like, no, fuck you, I'll fuck you up. But again, the train is so tight that you couldn't even fight if you wanted to on this train because you can't move. You know what I mean? Like you can't even lift your hands up over your head to like throw a punch. So then what happened
Throw a
was
swift headbutt.
and then the whole train, like some other lady is like, shut up, shut the fuck up. And the whole train is yelling at these kids. And then we pull into the next stop and the doors open and like an amoeba rejecting a foreign body. Like everyone on the train just pushed these kids out of the train and then the doors closed and we left them behind. It was so awesome. And then I was like, oh, thank you, everybody. And then like other people on the train started clapping and stuff. It was like this
Nice.
beautiful moment.
Oh,
But
that's
then
awesome.
I got to the mac and cheese spot. I met her, and when I walk up, she's so bad at me, and the mac and cheese spot is closed because I got there fucking 40 minutes later than I was
Oh,
supposed
man.
to. It was the worst, dude. It was the fucking worst.
Oh yeah, no, I would not advise you to go a Friday, Valentine's Day in
Yeah,
the
it's
city.
gonna be so bad. The more I think about it, the worse it's gonna be. It'd be different if I had the day off. I could go in there early. You know, we could hang out a little bit. But it's
you
gonna be
go
that
in the morning.
rush hour, like crazy mess. Like
Yeah.
I really want to go to this restaurant that we're going to, but yeah, man. I don't know. I don't.
Do you
think
have
it's
a
good idea.
reservation?
Yeah, we do. But
Oh, okay. Well,
fuck,
at least.
dude, it's
at
gonna
least
be a
that.
nightmare
Oh yeah, they're gonna fuck you, dude. You're gonna get.
for sure. For sure.
But
The name of the place is what the hell is it called? Oscar Wilde's. I always wanted to go. It
I've
looks
heard
really
of-
cool.
I've heard of that.
It's got the longest bar in Manhattan. or
Okay, yeah, I was
something.
gonna say
like-
it's got some kind of gimmick thing, right?
It's got this marble bar that's like a fucking football field long. Like it's so huge. I just saw pictures of it, and it's got like all these stained glass windows. It's supposed to be like real fancy, very nice. Very nice, very classy.
All right. Well, that's fun.
All right, hit me with something else, man. We only got a couple minutes left, but we got shit.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, would you like to go over the lurker of the week?
Oh, do I? Well,
Or-
you got to tell us about the lurker of the week because I wasn't there for it.
Well, yeah, you were sort of there though. I was giving you.
I
play-by-play.
encouraged you to find a lurker of the week.
Yeah, I was giving you play-by-play. Just giving you the.
Tell me,
The business?
tell me about him. Man, I really wish we could get this picture up because fucking Joe sends me this picture at like I don't know 1:30 in the morning. It's just like I
It
found
was-
our lurker,
Yeah,
and Joe looks so.
it's right
crazy
after.
in the
It's right
picture.
after we recorded our last episode.
It's
but-
recorded episode 50.
yeah. One
Quote,
second,
unquote.
I'm gonna get off mic to put it on screen.
We'll get it to you. We'll get it to you. We're never gonna have a producer again unless you want to be a producer. Oh man, look at him! Look at him as all his majesty. You don't remember anything about this guy. You don't remember what he did for a living. What was he drinking at least? Do you remember?
I took a shot with him. We took a shot of Jameson. Yeah, I took a shot of Jameson with him. He was pretty upset when he first came in.
But the boathouse cured that.
Yeah, Joe did. Joe fixed that.
So you were
Uh,
at JK's Boathouse in Belleville,
Belleville,
New
New
Jersey,
Jersey,
right
yep.
around the corner.
Yep.
Um,
Right on Washington Ave, and then
Great establishment. Stop by.
I was there hanging. He was there, kind of angrily sitting at the bar. So I start,
You were lit.
yeah,
we were chugging THC drinks, and you were
Yeah.
drinking vodka crayons.
yeah,
like
I
crazy.
was, I was doing the both, and then, yeah, I had another one or two when we went upstairs, and then I went over there, and then, yeah, but I was in a good mood. I was all excited. I was hyped up. I was coming up with ideas, and I was sharing them with this guy. He was into some of them he was confused by, he didn't know what the hell I was talking about with Titanic Day, but
I love Titanic Day. Did you explain your idea for Titanic Day on the show?
no, I came up with it after we left this last episode.
The way to honor the men that had to die on that ship.
Yeah. Is send all the women and children away for the day.
Yeah, and then the dudes just get to hang
The men
out
get to play.
because they sacrificed their life to save
Yeah.
the women and children
Yeah,
on the
women
Titanic.
and children have to go fucking sit in libraries all day or something. And
Dude, did you know this? This is crazy. Did you know that there was a Titanic-themed restaurant in Newark?
I've heard of such. It was a
And
pop-up,
it's
right?
still there. It's like,
Really?
well, no, I mean, you can't go there, but it's like the abandoned building is there, and it's still decorated like the Titanic. And like, well, at least it was like 2 years ago when I drove by.
Oh.
And like, there's like, yeah, like the windows look like portholes, and like,
Oh,
there's
I didn't
like,
know
but
that.
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
thought it was like a pop-up
It
place.
closed. No, it closed like 10 years ago
Oh,
or something.
shit.
And it's still. But why? Like, why would you fucking make a restaurant like based on a tragedy where like thousands of people died?
Well, the same owner has the Hindenburg.
So yeah, like the Hindenburg popcorn and hot dog joint. I don't know, like so weird. There's a bank in
Hindenburg
East,
popcorn's really funny because it is.
it popped. there's a place in there's a bank in East Newark called the Lusitania Bank.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like you named your bank after a famous sinking ship.
It started a world war.
Yeah,
Well, that
literally,
got us involved.
like the
in World
worst
War.
thing you could name a bank
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, that cracks me up so bad. And there's a picture of it's not even like something else.
They
named
were
the
sneaking
Lusitania.
arms at least.
Yeah, true.
It
But,
is saying like we got guns downstairs, bitch.
don't try to rob this
Do
bank
not try and fuck with this place.
unless you got a torpedo.
A fucking world war will happen. Go ahead, we will fuck you up.
Every time I drive by it, it's still there. It's so funny. And
Get
like,
the
I remember-
U.S. military involved, quick, bitch.
and like the first time I saw it, I was like, maybe it's just named after like I don't know, like a woman named Lusitania or something. But then you look close at the sign, and it's like a drawing of a boat.
Of a boat, yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's USS Lusitania. Oh, all right, cool, all right.
And then if you look real close underneath, it says, "Yes, that boat." We don't fucking care.
Anyway, I believe this guy's name was Mark. I'm not good with names, and he wouldn't wear a name tag, so.
that motherfucker.
It's
Why did you make him the lurker of the week if
it's
he
a-
wouldn't even?
It's a
wear
common
name
lurker
tag?
thing. Well, I'll be honest. Lurker of the week probably should go to this other guy who I met. What day is it? It's Monday. I met
It
him
is.
on Saturday.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna try and rape me. I was pretty sure.
That does sound pretty lurkerish.
yeah,
You have my attention.
Yeah, he was very lurkerish. He
Tell me
was-
more about this character, this seedy character.
I met him at also at the boathouse. And he seemed odd to begin with, and then I kept like trying to leave. I was like, I'm just gonna go home, and he was like, "Nah, man, let me buy you a drink." I was like, "All right, cool, I'll have a drink, no problem."
Nice.
Did that like 3 times, and then
He was a close talker, and he touched me in ways I didn't like.
well, and then he kept going like, "Where do you live?" I was like, "Just down the road." He's like, "Where?" I was like,
yeah, I'd rather not give you my address, man.
I was like, "I usually give my address away, but you're too passionate about this."
Stop licking your lips.
Yeah. Well,
Stop wringing your hands in front of me.
Well, yeah, and it was like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, and he's like, well, I'm not driving, so you want to hang out? I was
This guy
like,
thought you were hitting on him. This guy was like, "Phew, I'm
It's a
gonna get
common
laid
misconception.
tonight."
But then I was like, yeah, I might just go stop at the other bar across the street.
Nice.
You know, they're closing
Oh,
up here.
the post.
The post.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, there's a bar across the street. I was like, yeah, I might walk over there.
Tell me he joined you.
Oh, he not only joined me, he like tried to hold hands with me while we walked to the bar.
Dude, how did you not tell me this?
I haven't
this
seen
is-
you.
this is the funniest
Yeah,
but we have an ongoing text correspondence all
well,
week.
and then, like, while we're walking to the bar, and he's like trying to hold my hand, he's trying to like grab my hand. He's like, so why don't we just go have a drink at your house? I was like, I drank all the booze in my house. That's why I'm out. And he's like,
Oh, I'm so mad I
He's
went
like-
home that night. I
he's
should
like,
fucking
oh,
come
maybe
out.
we should get. No, this isn't that night. This was Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was the same night
No,
as
this
the
was
other
Saturday.
guy.
No, I
All
would have
right,
told
all
you
right.
about this. This was this Saturday.
Oh,
So this
fuck.
was 2 days ago. So he's like, "Oh, we can just go to your house and hang out then." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna just hang
Well, I
out with
mean,
you."
was he hot though? I mean, were you gonna?
He was like a 60-year-old man who's 5'8".
You could do better, Joe. You could do better than
He had
that.
like a lisp. It was pretty nuts. He'd be a perfect lurker if I filmed him or something. But I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like this guy might have already dosed me. I'll bring him to the post." Whatever.
So that way he'll probably get dosed, and then I won't have to worry about him.
So I get down to the post and have a couple, and he's still like really close to me.
What was this guy drinking? Was he drinking like Sex on the Beaches? Was he drinking?
I was drinking, JMO Gingers and Miller High Life.
He was drinking
and then
Cosmopolitans and
he was
anal sex on the beaches.
He was drinking. I don't even know what the fuck
He was drinking
was.
fuzzy navels.
I wasn't. I was trying. At this point, I was trying not to hang out with him. Originally, I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. You're the guy sitting next to me. We can talk." And then all of a sudden, I was like, and then I paid
Joe
my,
made, for any of those people listening, Joe made eyebrows.
I paid my tab.
He did a suspicious eyebrow
Yeah.
face.
I paid my tab at there, and he was then like, "Well, I'm not driving home." I was like, "I don't give a shit." And he was like, "Well, so like, we can go hang out at your place, or like,
Mess around a little bit.
he's like, maybe we could get some drinks here and bring them." And I was like, "Oh, that was another thing. I left the boathouse with just a beer in my hand. I just left with a beer.
nice. So you got a free pint. That's pretty sick.
No. I got a plastic cup.
Oh, okay.
But I walked. I was in t-shirt and shorts. I walked with this guy holding my hand and a beer in my hand.
On Saturday, it
On
was like
Sa-
it was like fucking 5 degrees and snowing on Saturday.
So I get to the bar and he's like, "You can't live far away. You're dressed like this." I was like, "You have no idea how far I'll walk like this." He's like, "It's got to be close though." I was like, "Yeah, I live close by."
Now I know why. Now I know why this guy hit on you, dude. You were showing a lot of leg.
My legs are the worst substance on earth. They look like they've been through the wars.
You were just trotting around like some fucking Belleville trollop.
He was but so he was being quite aggressive. So I
yeah, it sounds like it.
I was like, "All right, cool." I paid my tab at the post, and I just paid like triple my. I think my tab was $11.
You're like, I can't wait.
I put like $60 on the bar and just sprinted in my Crocs shorts and t-shirt. Ran back to the house because I was like, I don't know, this guy might follow.
And you
me.
didn't get this guy's name either.
No,
Is motherfucker?
I don't know.
How are we gonna have a lurker of the week, Joe?
They gotta wear.
I'm
name
gonna have to
tags.
start picking the goddamn lurker of the week.
That's fine.
Jesus.
They gotta wear name tags. I don't know their names.
Oh, I'll find some lurkers.
I mean, they're easy to find.
Yeah. Oh, they're everywhere. We're surrounded by them all
Yeah,
the time.
they're around.
And just remember, you could be the next lurker of the week.
Yeah,
You just got to be where we are when we're drinking.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had nothing to do Sunday, if I didn't have football and stuff,
You'd be out looking for a lurker of the week.
no. I'm saying that night.
Yeah.
It's possible I would have brought him down here and just been like, "Let's record a podcast."
He would have thought this was a fucking porn studio. He would have been like, "Oh damn!"
I would have been like, "We're on film, so get ready." But you're the lurker of the week. Let's do a 15-minute quick
I love it so much.
little epi here.
Oh, dude, I can't believe you were some dude tried to seduce you on Saturday night. And I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
about it until
Oh
now.
yeah, big time. He
I
he
can't
tried
wait to tell your
super hard.
sister this. I can't wait.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so funny.
that, or he was just a very lonely man who just wants to hang out. But
Damn. I mean, there
he-
are a lot of those out there. I do get that. Yeah.
usually don't hold hands with dudes. Then.
No, that's not
I think he
usually the
was-
case unless they're blind.
Yeah, I think he was. I don't know what he was after, but he was. It was part Joe. He wanted some Joe Mance, and it was tough.
Oh man.
But good news, we are warming up for some midget wrestling tomorrow.
Oh, how did we fucking wait until the end of the show? We're 4 minutes over and we haven't even mentioned. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So tomorrow, oh, dude, this is the best. So I think who found the tickets for this? Was it Sam?
Sam.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there on the
Another
couch.
Valentine's Day gift for me.
Oh,
I
this is the
don't.
best. This
No,
is
it's
so
technically
good.
our
This is a
anniversary,
gift
but-
for us all.
Yeah, it's our anniversary gift.
I'm
but-
sitting on the couch next to Erin. We're like watching TV, and then all of a sudden, Erin just starts like she picks up her phone and she looks at it. And she just starts going, and she was like, "Yes, yes," and she's like texting yes. I'm like, "What? What the fuck's going on?" She's like, "We're going to midget wrestling," and I was like, "Oh shit, what day is it?" And she's like, "Oh, it's whatever. It's the 4th or whatever." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a Tuesday. I got to work that night." She's like, "You're taking off. We are going." I'm like, "You're right. You're right." So we're going to midget wrestling tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's us, Kevin.
Oh, I didn't even know Kevin was going.
Kevin's
That's
coming,
so
yeah.
awesome. And it's like I love how that we have to go out into like the woods or like the mountains. Like this place is like an
It's
hour
Mount
away
Olive. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes, 50
because
minutes.
it's like a shameful activity that you have to go out to.
I
where
think it's
there's-
just out of high school.
oh, it is.
Yeah. I mean,
We should find our lurker of the week at that show. We really should.
we have VIP tickets. We're meeting the wrestlers.
I know it's so good. It's so. I'm gonna take so many pictures. I'm gonna need.
I think
a new
Kevin's
phone
gonna
for
get us
the-
kicked
the-
out. I'm terrified.
I
that
need to
that's
pay
gonna
more money for fucking cloud storage with all the pictures I'm gonna
happen.
take.
Yeah. I think Kevin's gonna get us kicked out. It's gonna be rough, but we'll try and document it the best we can.
If Kevin gets kicked out, he's taking a fucking $100 Uber home because I am not letting him ruin this experience. Oh, I told this girl that I work with that we were going to that, and she was like, "No shit, get out of here." So then she bought her boyfriend tickets, but not to the same show. They're going to a different one, but like,
Because there's one also in Red Bank or something.
yeah, I think that's the one she's got. It's like a week or two,
Yeah.
a week or two from now.
Yeah.
So it was so funny. She was like, yeah, she got it for her boyfriend for a Valentine's Day gift. which I-
Nice. It's a great. It's a great gift. It's it's a fun gift.
He's a professional wrestler. Shout out.
Oh, this is the same one.
Yeah,
oh.
we went to his show.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the Freshly.
Titty boy left.
Yeah, Titty Boy tried to ruin that night. We were not allowing it.
Yeah, we weren't having none of it.
I have to admit, it was very awkward when we showed up, and it was very brightly lit. There was a lot of young children and their
Yeah.
parents there.
Yeah, this
and
is
we
a
were
21 plus.
tore up, and I was stoned as fuck.
This is a 21 plus event.
Yes, so this is gonna be so much better. I can't wait. My God. So
All right.
guys, lurkers, get ready for next week. We are gonna have some fucking stories about midget wrestling.
Yeah. Also, maybe there's still some tickets available if you happen
Hell
to see-
yeah.
if you happen to watch this when it premieres, you have
Mount
enough
Olive.
time to book tickets for the Mount Olive event.
Mount
Because
Olive
this comes out tomorrow.
2025,
This comes
February
out tomorrow
4th.
morning, so we're
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Bright and early.
our one listener. So Pluto,
That's not true. Dude, our fucking Christmas episode is at like 140 views or some shit. All right.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow morning, Pluto, if you'd like to come. Okay. And other than that, we just want you guys to keep campaigning for us to have our paint and sip night at the boathouse
Dude, I'm there.
called Boatsart.
We play classical music and we paint.
Yeah. Chris will teach you how to paint. I'll MC.
Yeah, I got.
They're already on
ideas.
board. We just need people. So
The gears are already turning up here. I
Yeah.
know exactly
we
what
just
we're
need
gonna paint.
people. We'll get it going. But that's approved already. So if you guys want to do it, we could do best dick contest.
I'm not judging or participating in the best dick contest.
A
I'm not.
painting.
Oh yeah. I'll teach everybody.
penile-
I'll
a
teach
penile painting.
everyone how to paint a dick.
Yeah, penile painting.
For sure. It's it's like shading 101. You just got to get it cylindrical. You'll just come by. Come to
Yeah.
Boats Art and you'll figure it out.
It'll be good. And then
We love you, lurkers. Play the music. Play us out.
we love you.
Put it on. Put it on. We can't end the show without the music.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And say goodbye to Pervy Pete. Everybody wave to Pervy Pete.
Yeah, that's who. Maybe the
Tickle
guy
his
was
butt
Pete.
cheeks.
Maybe that was his name.
Dude, I have to bring Pervy Pete to the midget wrestling. I have to.
That's such a good idea.
Oh my God. Don't let me forget. I'm just going to take him with me now. I'm going to put him in my car. Goodbye, everybody. Stay tuned next week. It's going to be a good one. Next week's our 50th episode.
Yeah. Woo! 50 fucking weeks.
Woo! This show rules.
Our 100th episode's in 3 weeks too.
Yeah. I think you're right on that. You're right. Blinga, 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 blinga. I'm so happy I wrote this song for the show.
I don't know why my Bluetooth doesn't just connect for the whole episode, but all right. Well, that's it, boys. Love you guys. Try and win Lurker of the Week. I mean, we're probably going to find them at Midget Wrestling, so.
Bloinga, 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 bloinga. Show you.